All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's do some pre-market prep for Friday, September 16th, 2022. So we're coming in here into the morning. Took a few trades already today, up $270. So what do we want to do? Let's go here out to our daily chart. Let's remove everything. New day, new charts. All right, so we got yesterday's close right here. It's a little bit easier to do it on a lower time frame, but what I want to do here with this daily is let's draw off. It's something I didn't talk about yesterday. My fault. Let's draw that trend line down. Let's draw our trend line up. This is a daily chart, all right? We're going to take it from right here. And we want to get kind of something just like this, okay? And then we're going to A-line it. All right, so now we got a support and resistance on the daily chart. Now let's go down to the, let's go to the 1 hour. It'll make it a little easier for yesterday's close. All right, today is the 16th, so yesterday's close, 4 p.m. Yesterday we closed right here. Remember, when it's a red candle, it opened here and it closed at the bottom. All right, let's draw off that in yellow. Hope you all had a great day yesterday as well. All right, we're gonna put our little yellow mark right there. Change the color to yellow. Make it a little thicker there. All right, so now we got our yesterday's close. So what do you guys automatically see right away again? Let me find my pen. There we go. All right, so right away, right off the bat, what do we see? We're not 100% net long, but close to it because of this big green candle. All right. So remember, even though the overall trend is down, right? Remember, just like yesterday, I said the higher probability trade would be to the upside to come back and retest yesterday's close. And what did we do yesterday? Exactly what I said we would do, right? Because, again, the market makers, I told you they were selling VWAP all morning, right? They were selling VWAP. They get paid from big institutions, big orders, to fill those orders at or as close to as possible VWAP. All right, so VWAP is a huge indicator. You got to pay attention to it. All right, so we did that yesterday. We came right back up to that VWAP. And it's funny because right after I closed that live trading yesterday, we had really nice moves to the downside. But we came and touched that VWAP. I mean, we came back to yesterday's close, and then we sold off the rest of the day. All right, so is that going to continue today? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, right? The higher probability trade, depending on when we open. Okay, remember yesterday I said that 8:30 to 9:30 range. And let's actually see if I can go back in there and see if we can take a look at that. Let's go to the 5-minute for that. All right, so yesterday the range from yesterday from 8:30 was here up until 9:30. Now, because we had that candle down here at 9:30, this would be your opening range, okay? Yesterday when I did it, I drew it small because that's where we were. You have to draw that box range your opening range, that hour from 8:30 to 9:30, okay? And that might have confused some of you guys yesterday when we saw that, right? When you saw that. So this is your hour range. I'm such a sloppy drawer. Let's get a little bit bigger here. Okay? This is your hour range. Your 8:30 to 9:30 open, right? So we didn't have any candles close either above that range or below that range until, well, actually, this candle, no, that didn't. That wouldn't close that range. It was this candle, the one I was going to. And that didn't happen until about 10:45, right? And then we saw that nice sell-off. Remember what I was saying yesterday about this whole area, right? It was an area where the 20, the 200, and VWAP were all in play. And again, they were selling that VWAP all morning, right? I said the higher probability trade was to the upside, which we got, right? Exactly like we said. But again, to take that first real trade, like I said, there wasn't too many people trading. Right after I shut that down, we got this bar right here. That bar I would have traded to the downside easily. Why? Again, and why did that bar move so fast? Remember the fuel, okay? All these people who went long put their stops right here. So when that bar broke it, it's forcing them to close their positions, right? And that's why you're going to get your biggest and most powerful trades in areas of liquidity. I'm going to use LQ for that, okay? All right, so that was just a quick recap. Let's do this pre-market prep for this morning. I want to keep these pre-market preps blah, 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 short and sweet. All right, so we marked off yesterday's close. That's 6. I just want to make sure we got this right. It looks weird, but yes, it's right. 4. No, that's not right. Let's open this up a little bit. All right, so yesterday's close right here. All right, so that 5-minute time frame, I'm glad I came in and looked. All right, so yesterday's close. So then, yes, as of right now, we are once again, guys, 100% net short. Okay? And what is the price action telling us today? Again, it's one of those sideways to down. Okay? Just like yesterday. So our day type right now is sideways to down. Okay? I mean, the price action has been anything but stellar. I mean, very, very slowly, right? We're just kind of, you know, bumping down, bumping down, bumping down, bumping down, bumping down. You know, in all honesty, this looks identical to yesterday, guys. What do we see? We see that VWAP being sold. The VWAP being sold. The VWAP being sold. Right? No matter what they tell you or what they want you to think about, you know, the economy that it's doing, you got to understand that all these numbers that they have and they come up with are fake. All right? They took things like gas and food and all that out of the equation to give you fake propped up numbers, just like, you know, they let people think that the NASDAQ has just gone straight up throughout history. And how do they do that? They take out all the stocks that are performing badly and they replace them with stocks that are performing well. So it gives you the illusion that it just, you know, nothing can stop that train. Well, they do the same thing with data and information. They lie to the American people. They lie to the investors. You got to know how this game is played, guys, right? Like, just when bad news comes out and the stock market shoots up for 3 days, right? Why do you think that is? Because they know every newbie out there is going to be going short. And even though the market, you know, everybody knows it should be going down, right? Because the news was bad. But what'll happen is it'll rip up, and then all the sellers will come in here thinking, all right, now it's going to go down. It'll rip up again. More sellers will come in, rip up again, and keep causing short squeezes. And that's how the game is played. So you got to be mindful of that. All right, again, I keep getting off track and I apologize for that. All right, so our pre-market prep, that's what we're doing. We already marked off that last night's close. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw our trend channel. We got one there. And again, I am going backwards. All right, you'll get much better results doing it this way. And look at how even they almost come out to be, right? And now let's do our, anybody tell me? Our no trade zone. Alright guys, this is that area where you do not want to trade. No trades in this area, right? You never know what they're going to do in this area. Okay? If you want to be buying and selling, you want to be buying and selling outside of the area, right? You don't want to trade in that no trade zone. Okay? Now that we got that established, you know, shame on me. I didn't check. I already did, but I didn't tell you guys. First thing you got to do is check that economic calendar. Okay, we don't have much up on deck for the economic calendar today. What do we got? What do we got? All right. We got Michigan consumer sentiment. The impact says high, but it's really not going to do much for the markets. Fridays are typically kind of days, except if it's the last Friday of the month. Typically, the books like to get balanced. And then, of course, you got witching hour Friday and all that good stuff. But anyhow, economic calendar first on your to-do list, all right? So now we got that marked off. Now let's get our overnight high. Let's get it colored red. And our overnight low. All right, so now we got yesterday's close, which is way up here. All right. Now, remember, those bears are going to want to come back and retest that overnight low. All right. And I can't guarantee that, right? Because sometimes you'll see we'll have these gaps to fill for weeks on end. You know, if we don't come back up and test this area, this will be a true gap that's going to need to be filled at some point in time. Meaning that eventually, if we continue down, we're going to come back up and fill this gap. All right. So I am just going to go ahead and put in here, just for the sake of putting it on here for you guys. Come on. Hey, what happened there? That didn't work. I guess it doesn't go to 100. There we go. Big enough. So this is a gap to fill, right? Did we fill it today? Did we come back like we did yesterday? Did they come back up here and then continue the downtrend? You know, that's just kind of that wait and see kind of game, right? We want to wait and see. So now we're all set up. We have everything we need. We have yesterday's close. We have pre-market high. pre-market low. Okay, and that can change by the time we get to 9:30. Remember, you want to use the 8:30 to 9:30 time period. Okay? On that opening bell. Big green bar closes above it, you're looking to go long. Big red bar closes below it, you're looking to go short. All right? And, I just want everybody out there to know, day trading is risky. Don't just blindly follow me or anybody else, okay? I mean, you could potentially lose everything you have trading, especially if you don't have good risk management, if you're going crazy just buying and selling, even like what I just told you. If you just buy that first candle blindly, because I said, if we get a green candle above, you're looking, the key word here is you're looking, right? I'm not saying jump in and go long with your whole account. That's how you don't stay in the game, all right? And if we break below it, you're looking for short opportunities, okay? Now, with that said, remember I said the closer we get, the better the moves. But from what I could see overnight, we're just having this massive chop fest, so that could carry into today. Again, there's really no news whatsoever. We've made, pretty big move down this week. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of chopped around all day. And if that's the case, what do you want to do? You want to mark off your highs, mark off your lows, mark off your no trade zone, okay? And then play the bounces, right? If we have that kind of a range day. All right? All right, guys, so that's what's on the game plan for today. If we're looking to go higher here to retest or fill the gap from yesterday, do we come up here, test this, come back down, right? Break through here and continue lower. These are some things. Could we break through here and just fly away? It's possible. You never know what they'll have up their sleeve. But the thing is to just focus on what you see, okay? Never listen to the news. Never listen to what people are talking about on social media. I mean, those are the worst possible things you could do, okay? You have to trade what you see in front of you, right? That's the name of the game. Don't have anything on. No news. Don't even look at the news. Look at your economic calendar and wait for the chart to tell you what it thinks of the news, okay? Because the minute you get news in your head or a direction, you're already setting yourself up for failure, because you're going to have a biased opinion in your head. And I've seen it 100 times over the years. Wall Street Journal, CSNBC, Jim Cramer. Wall Street's set to open today. We're gonna see the best day we've ever had. Blah blah blah. And what happens? You get that initial rip, and it'll drop the rest of the day. But once again, everybody's trying to buy those dips because of that biased opinion of what Wall Street told them, that it was going to go up all day. Okay? So just shut all that garbage off. Trade what you see, right? Not what you think. All right, guys, so that is our pre-market prep. Again, this is going to be an area to watch, an area to watch, an area to watch, right? 200 and the 20 and the VWAP. We've already been selling the VWAP off all morning, okay? Not the other way around. The VWAP isn't down here, and we're not buying it all morning. We're selling it, okay? But like I said, we've had a pretty strong sell-off this week. I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of meander around. Options are expiring today, and when options expire, they kind of like to do this all day so they can collect all that premium, because they're selling most of these options, all right? And what time do most traders quit? Around 11:30. And that's usually when you'll start seeing something. And I don't want to say usually, because it's not. But sometimes you will see really big moves after 11:30. And then everybody comes back to the table around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Best times to trade between 8:30 with small positions, 9:30 to 11. Full steam ahead, and then 3 to 4 is good times to trade. I like the futures at 3 a.m. Anyway, I just keep going on. I'm just excited, guys. I am so excited for everybody. Everybody. All right. So that's the game plan for today. You know, I would imagine we're just gonna see a lot of chop. You know, we might see big moves and then chop, and then a move and then chop. But yay, I could be totally wrong. I'm just going by, you know, history likes to repeat itself, and we've had pretty big, massive move down here this week. All right, guys. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You know, today would be a good day to just trade small size on whatever it is that you're trading. All right, guys, God bless you, and I will probably do a little live video today. Not really sure yet. I got a bunch of stuff I want to get done and clean up the channels a little bit, stuff like that. Some housekeeping, if you will. All right, guys, be safe out there. Have a good one.